The right-wing rage against those who would dare to criticize the film American Sniper continues to boil on, and it has claimed another victim. Another person will have to apologize for what they said. This time they've moved past Seth Rogen and on to Howard Dean. Here is what he said originally about those who are big fans of the film.
There's a lot of anger in this country, and the people who go see this movie are people who are very angry. And this guy basically says, I'm going to fight on your side, and they bite for it. I think there's some, I bet you if you looked at a cross-section of the Tea Party and people who go to see this movie, there's a lot of intersection.
Seems pretty clear, I think. I don't think that's too offensive.
I don't even know. What does he have to apologize for? He just said a lot of dudes that go to see this movie are angry and they like to see him shooting people. He didn't even say that
much. They're
much.
Angry. I guess you could be mad about that, but like a Tea Party, you're saying, how dare you say there's a lot of overlap? I like that movie and I'm in the Tea Party. Like, it doesn't make any sense. There is a lot of overlap.
Of course there is. And are you saying that, why are you celebrating the movie? You're celebrating because, like, he shot those Iraqis and you think, like, oh, I mean, generously he saved Marine lives and those guys he shot had it coming, and good for him and for killing those people, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you can say that that was like a Jesus-like thing. Like, I came out of there roaring laughing.
Exactly.
I mean, it was a belly laugh a minute.
Yeah.
No, you got off on that, right?
Yeah.
Right or wrong, right? So I don't even see what's outrageous about that. But they twisted it to say that he's insulted all veterans.
Yeah.
When did he mention all veterans there? I don't, man. So, but he's on MSNBC, so he's going to have to apologize.
Yes.
Oh,
Here's the apology.
Which I've almost never done in politics. I'll apologize to the veterans. I haven't seen the movie, and I think it was wrong. I talked to a lot of people about it. I make no apologies to all the thousands of right-wing nutjobs who have been twittering me with nasty language, but I do apologize to the veterans. We owe them a lot, and I think this movie was much more nuanced than I thought.
But you'll not take the word nutbags back?
No, I don't have any use for the people who tweeted me all weekend and used a lot of bad language. They're chicken hawks, and I have no respect for them.
We don't like chicken hawks.
I do have respect.
Like Dick Cheney.
I have a lot of respect for the people who served this country, and I apologize.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
But you didn't insult the people who served the country. You didn't say all veterans were bad. And the movie does not have much nuance. It has a little bit of nuance, and whatever nuance that the movie has is forced upon it. It's not, doesn't come from Chris Kyle's autobiography, which the movie is based on. In the autobiography, there's no nuance.
Yeah,
He's like, I loved killing people. I wish I'd killed more people.
Killing savages.
And he said, he said it was fun. Clint Eastwood humanized them a little bit by making it seem as if he was pained by it.
Yes.
When in reality, he had a blast doing it, right? So there was no need to apologize for any of it. I mean, I like that Howard Dean, at least in his apology, threw in the nut jobs, and
it was something.
Yeah, it was something. It was a little better than the usual weeping MSNBC apology, right?
Yeah.
But he had to go on there, and they had to make him apologize. I mean, it's vomitous.
Yeah, and not just the lack of nuance, but also Clint Eastwood is guilty of conflating 9/11 and the war in Iraq. Like, he made it clear, like, there's a transition from Chris Kyle sees the towers go down, and then he's in Fallujah. Like, those things are not connected. Thankfully, Chris Matthews actually decided, today he woke up, he decided to be a liberal, and so he points out that there wasn't that connection. Also, I love the, childish, Dick Cheney. Yeah. Yes, he's a chicken hawk. Thank you, Chris Matthews. So I'm glad that he did that, and Howard Dean, his apology could have been much more pathetic. Howard Dean is not one of the most spineless, not one of the weakest Democrats. But you're allowed to criticize the movie. You're allowed to criticize members of the military. If you're a member of the U.S. military who thinks that killing Iraqi savages is a good thing, then you're not a good person. You might be brave, you might have done good things there, but you're not a good person if you're filled with racial animus against innocents abroad. I don't care if you're a veteran at that point. And so you shouldn't have to back off. It's pathetic that liberals constantly have to apologize when they're the ones actually doing what's right for veterans. They're the ones thinking a little bit before sending them abroad to fight and to die. They're the ones who actually want them to be taken care of in terms of job training and medical care and psychological care when they come back. The Republicans constantly want to cut those programs, and yet if you say something about a Hollywood movie, you don't care about the troops if you're a liberal. Republicans constantly get away with actually harming veterans, but they're worried about wordplay.
So, of course, I've said things about that movie that are far, far worse than what Howard Dean said. I'd like to take this moment to apologize. Okay, now, To the point about it being a movie, when I point out that Chris Kyle's a liar, he's a proven liar. He's proven in a court of law to be a liar. And he makes up ridiculous things about shooting 30 people during Hurricane Katrina, et cetera, right? People say, oh, Cenk, yeah, you know. And I say, wait, now parts of the movie are totally wrong. You got this sniper who's hitting the Americans when they're fighting Sunnis, and he's hitting them when they're fighting Shia. Is he Sunni or Shia? I mean, it's comical.
Yeah.
It's comical. It's obviously
and it's just made up.
Right. And then that's their defense when faced with these obvious lies and things that are made up in the movie. Like, oh, what are you getting all upset about? It's just a movie, man.
Yeah.
It's just a movie. No, but wait. You guys are the one getting upset. They're the ones that saying, Howard Dean, you have to apologize. You have offended a movie. Okay, well, then what are you getting all hurt for, okay? Now, is it that we can legitimately criticize what happened during the war? Or is it just a movie? Make up your mind.